Welcome back, my friends. I've got a quick gardening update for you today, which we do a lot of on the channel. I feel it's important to always give you guys follow-ups with many of the projects that I'm sharing with you here on the channel so that you can make the best informed decision as to whether or not the tips and tricks that I share with you here are worth your time. So today we're going to be looking underneath these floating row covers, which we recently protected our snap peas with. So a few weeks ago, we transplanted some snap peas that we started in play sand out in the garden. And then we put this floating row protective cover over them to protect them from freezing temperatures, which we dipped all the way down to the low 20s, and also to protect them from the birds. And I'm sure you can hear them. They're surrounding me here in the garden, and they really love eating the young tender leaves on the snap peas. And we also sprinkled a bit of 𝗙𝗏𝗄+, which is an organic control to help protect these young seedlings from snails, slugs, wood lice, earwigs, etc. So let's look what we have under here now. Beautiful. So these beautiful snap peas are now around a foot tall. And although we're not completely out of the weather, no pun intended, as far as our frost date's concerned, I'm feeling confident because the snap peas are a cold weather crop that they're going to do okay if we uncover them at this point. And here's evidence of bird activity all around these covers. You'll see it. Bird droppings all over these covers. So at this point, if the birds do decide to have a little snack, these plants should survive without any issue because they're more established now than when we first brought them out to the garden. And I'll be saving this floating row cover for next season, so we can now guide these a little bit up the cattle panel trellis. See the tendrils here really looking to grab onto something at this point. And that's one of the best indicators as to when you can move on to the next stage, is when you start seeing about a 4 or 5 inch tendril on the tip of your plants. I'm also not worried about the insects or having to replace any of the 𝗙𝗏𝗄+ now that the plants are at this size. So let's look over on this other side as well. You can see the plants poking out. So you can see these plants right at the edge that weren't fully covered. They did get eaten by the birds, but you know what? These plants will even still survive. As long as the stem is intact and we keep watering, should flush out some new growth. So with just a little effort, my friends, you can protect your investment. And I'll just show you, these are growing up a cattle panel garden arbor that this wisteria here is just about to pop. There's blooms all over it. And it's the wisteria that's actually holding this garden arbor in place. After many years, we've accomplished the goal. In a short amount of time, the foliage will pop back out as well, and you won't even be able to see through here. This actually creates a really nice shaded area that I like to set up a chair and hang out under during the summertime. All right, so let's look over here on the 𝗙𝗏𝗄 mounds and see what we got. If you did watch the previous episode, then you know we planted these out. Same thing, snap peas came out the next morning and they were all eaten to the stem. So we covered it up with the row cover, and look what we got. They've all come back healthy, strong. And you know, if I label this row cover, I've now got a custom piece here that will fit on this 𝗙𝗏𝗄 trellis for next year. So I may do that. And over here we've got the same thing going on this side of the 𝗙𝗏𝗄, just held together with some binder clips. And look at what we got. Healthy snap peas. Ooh, look at that one, ready to run. And these could definitely use a drink of water, so we'll be doing that here momentarily. But I want to show you one more example. We've got this little low tunnel that I put together using some bamboo stakes and some floating row cover. And that was protecting our cilantro patch. Everything's looking great under here. So we've got 100% survival on those transplants. Now we can leave these bamboo stakes up once you remove your row cover and put a bit of bird netting or chicken wire over the top to continue to protect your crops if you're having issues. So there you have it, my friends. Floating row cover, 𝗧𝗏𝗄+. Really works, will help to protect your investment and get you to harvest season. And so with that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have yourself a great rest of the day. Until next time, this is Dan from plantabundance.com. Take care. I'll be talking to you again soon.